So, breaking news. Instead of fighting Merab Dvalishvili for the bantamweight title next, Umar Nurmagomedov is fighting Song Yadong in Tampa in December, uh, headlining a UFC fight night. Uh, I'm confused at this point. It's just surprising. Honestly, to be fully honest, it's just surprising. Um, a lot of people are saying that all the Dagestani fans are mad now, all the Khabib D riders are mad, everything like that. And while I do think they are mad, uh, I just feel like we all know what happened, or we all know what happened. Essentially, this is what happened. Um, Merab Dvalishvili, uh, the minute he won the belt, was already talking about a rematch. I don't know why. It was a pretty clear win for me, but he was looking at Sean for a rematch the minute he got the belt. So I guess what we all know, what we all can guess what happened is that um, Dana came to Merab with the option of Umar, and Merab said no, and then I guess Dana just said okay. Dana White just said, all right, fine, we'll give you O'Malley again. So I guess next up for Merab is Sean O'Malley versus Merab 2, which I think is pretty interesting, but I think it'll definitely go a whole new direction. As dominant as Merab is, Sean O'Malley is a fighter that learns and he builds, and he's very, very smart, very high striking IQ. So I think he's going to be able to tweak the things that he did wrong in his first fight and come out with the win pretty early in the second fight. I think what I thought would happen in the first fight between Sean O'Malley and Merab will happen in their second fight. I think O'Malley catches Merab coming in early second round. But back to the Umar Nurmagomedov versus Song Yadong thing. I'm quite frankly pretty surprised. I didn't think that was going to happen at all. I thought Umar had a straight line to the belt. I thought he was totally getting the title shot next, especially because when Merab won the belt, I'm pretty sure they gave Umar Nurmagomedov like a cameo, like a precise, distinct cameo right after Merab won the belt. The camera went right to Umar, and I think uh, Merab was immediately asked, what about Umar as his next title, as his first title defense? How about he fights Umar? And I think Merab said, we'll have to see. We'll have to talk to Dana, all that other shit, like the vague stuff. Um, but I thought that was the UFC really just setting up Umar next. I thought it didn't really matter what Merab would say. Dana would make Merab fight Umar next, especially because Merab is a newly minted champion. He just got his belt. He hasn't defended it yet or anything. So, usually like fresh champions are still at the mercy of the UFC, at the mercy of Dana White. So I was surprised. I am surprised, and I think this is, to me at least, a pointless fight. I don't see the importance of this fight. I don't see why this fight needed to be made. I think it's a pretty easy win for Umar. Song Yadong is fast. Don't get me wrong. He's a very fast striker, and he looked really fast against Peter Yan when he fought Peter Yan. He looks fast. He's a very fast striker, and he made big improvements since his last fight. But I think Umar is still levels above. I think even on the feet, Umar still has the advantage as fast as Song Yadong is. And then if Umar wants to take it to the ground, he could take it to the ground. I feel like I think it's just a little pointless. I think it's just a little out of the way, in my opinion. I don't really see the importance of this fight, but nevertheless, I know why it was done. It was done because Merab said no, and they needed to give Umar something. Umar wanted to stay active. Umar could have waited. He could have waited for a shot, but props to him for still wanting to stay active. And he's going to fight Song. I think he's going to pretty much walk through Song Yadong and then challenge either Sean O'Malley or Merab for the title. Either one, whichever one wins the rematch. Still a surprising announcement. I was literally just, scrolling through MMA Twitter. I'm like, damn, wait a minute. Wow. I was not expecting this, but here we are. Umar will fight Song Yadong. He'll walk through Song Yadong. I guess it's like a little training practice before he fights, for the title. But I think it still makes things interesting between Merab and O'Malley, because I definitely think that Merab and O'Malley are going to fight in a rematch fight. Probably in March, like O'Malley said, because O'Malley said he wants to fight in March, and I guess Merab will oblige, and the two will fight in a rematch fight, and Umar will get whoever wins that. So I think it still makes it interesting. It'll still be fun to talk about a rematch between Merab and O'Malley. Like I said, like a couple minutes before, I think, O'Malley wins that. He's able to correct his mistakes, and I think he's going to rewatch the fight with Merab and basically fix everything. I think Merab, as dominant as he is, as good. I'm trying to I'm trying to be grammatically correct, but as great as Merab is with his energy and his dominance with his wrestling and his grappling, he did get hurt in the 5th round, and that gives O'Malley ideas. It was a nasty teep kick, a couple of them from O'Malley that landed on Merab and really hurt Merab to the point where Merab was visibly showing his pain, grabbing his stomach and looking confused and not really knowing what to do next. So expect that in the 1st round, basically. O'Malley found a weapon. He found a weak point. He found something he could use to win the fight, and I expect him to use it out the gate. I expect Merab to try to get those takedowns in, and I think O'Malley's going to utilize that nasty teep kick to eliminate those takedown attempts. And then maybe Merab tries to continue to, relentlessly shoot for takedowns, and then O'Malley just catches Merab in with an overhand or an uppercut and sleeps Merab out cold. I really saw it happening in the first fight, and I was very impressed with Merab. Props to him. He is a beast. He really just embarrassed O'Malley in that first fight, but I think O'Malley will come prepared, and I think what I thought would happen in the first fight will happen in their rematch. But again, I'm glad it makes things interesting. I'm really indifferent towards this matchup between Umar Nurmagomedov and Song Yadong. Like I said, it makes things interesting between Merab and O'Malley, but I still think it was a little bit pointless. But I see why the decision was made. They want to, Merab said no, and Umar still wants to stay active, so he wants to fight and stay fresh. So he's going to fight Song Yadong and get the winner of O'Malley Merab 2, which I think will be O'Malley. And then we could talk about O'Malley versus Umar, but that's further down the road. I just wanted to talk about my overall initial thoughts about this announcement of this fight between Umar Nurmagomedov and Song Yadong. But yeah, makes things interesting. I think it's an easy fight for Umar. Umar will walk through Song Yadong, and that's just the way the matchmaking goes sometimes. But let me know what you think. Like, subscribe, comment, but most importantly, subscribe. I'll see you on the next.